Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. So I just finished watching the Dave Chappelle, The Closer, Netflix comedy stand-up special. When I say just finished, I mean like I just turned it off and walked in my office to make this video. Now, understand this isn't gonna be, if you haven't seen it yet, it's not gonna be ha ha fall over in your seat funny like Dave usually is. Dave made this special to communicate a message. And if you watch any of my previous videos, remember I used to live in Washington State. And Black Lives Matter was very big up there, not so big down here in rural Texas. And the reason I was out, I was watching all these leaders pop up. These little local leaders, right? And they get their little hives together, and they consider it a big deal to be part of that. I've never liked being part of the movement, so I was kind of out on it. But it was called Black Lives Matter, and then I actually looked into it. And it just wasn't pleasing to me. Now, one of the things that Dave tries to communicate, like I said, this isn't a ha-ha, fall on my seat, funny comedy show. This is, hey, I have something very important to say to everyone, and I'm going to try to do it with levity, a little bit of lightness to it, right? But basically he talks about how the alphabet community has labeled him transphobic, and it's never gone away. He compares being black in America to being gay. I'm telling you, just for that part, watch it. And try to watch it from the purview of being a black man from the South and having white BLM leaders sitting there telling other black men from the South, trust me, we know about racism. We know about it. Also understand, I was talking to, one of my little sisters came over last night to hang out, so I didn't get a video up yesterday. And we were talking about our family history, and we're only 3 generations removed from slavery. My great-grandfather, the father of the man that raised me, and I've said this in plenty of videos, was born a slave. So when you have that, and then you watch a young white gay Black Lives Matter leader tell an older black man from the South, I saw this on Facebook myself, I was looking at it, that if he doesn't say black trans lives matter, he's not really black. Well, who the hell are you, lady? That's what Dave is communicating to the gay community. It's like, stop comparing your situation to our situation. And he makes some good points. When I walk into a room, everybody immediately knows I'm black. There's no questioning. Now you don't know if I'm gay or straight, but because I'm walking in with a woman, I'm pretty sure you're going to assume I'm straight. Very beautiful woman, I might add. Now the white dog may throw you off a little bit, but just joking. Even though Zoe is really cute. And she works very hard behind the scenes here at the Dan Dawson Show. But he's trying to communicate a message. So, like I said, I watched this, The Closer, and it's not fall down funny. He's communicating. See, that's the beautiful part about comedy that I always liked. It's when people communicate. George Carlin was famous for that. He communicated. Richard Pryor told funny stories, but you could see the pain come out in there, and he was giving you a piece of his life. And I feel like Dave has done this with this special. He's giving you a piece of what he actually thinks. And then you have to watch to the end. There's a beautiful story about one of his trans friends named Daphne that he tells. And it goes on for a while. And you can tell by the way he's telling it, he really cared. He really cared. So I'm just going to give you a little snippet of it. And say, here's the horrible part. People get so wrapped up in their messaging and their little, what's important to them. They don't think about how it makes other people feel. So Daphne was a trans woman, right? Her and Dave actually became very good friends. In fact, he opened up a trust fund for her daughter. And here's why he had to do that. Because Daphne, and you could see the pain in his eyes. Just watch this part. You could see the pain. I saw it. I saw it. Daphne took up for him when the trans community came after him, when the LBGQT community came after him. And it drove her to the point of committing suicide at a relatively young age. And you could tell that touched him. You could tell. He tries to make light of it. He tries to be funny about it. But he's communicating. What Dave is doing with this show is communicating pain. I recommend you watch it. If you're black, I definitely recommend you watch it. If you have gay and lesbian friends, which I do, I recommend you have them watch it. It really goes into the heart of the matter, because here you have groups of people who've been deeply hurt or deeply wounded, right? And you have one of that community, Dave Chappelles, trying to communicate about punching down at black people. Yes. He said this funny part about gay people are victims like blacks until they have to be white, then they become white. Like, I've seen that. I've seen it. But go ahead, check out the show. It's called The Closer. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend it. And don't watch it so much to fall over in your seat laughing. It's not one of his specials where you can sit down and have a drink and you're going to laugh the whole time. It's one of his specials where he's communicating. He actually does that a lot. So, like, subscribe, share, and as always, do what you got to do.